Welcome to the Life Makeovers podcast. My name is Cindy D. Whitmer, and I am the Midlife Makeover Coach, helping you turn your midlife into your best life, one step at a time. Through powerful conversations, my own midlife roller coaster story, and over 3 decades of helping people transform their lives through counseling and coaching, I am on a mission to help you create your own definition of success and happiness. Thank you for being here. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for being here with me. So, for our boost this morning, I wanted to tell you a little story and give some encouragement around connecting with other people. So, I recently went on a little weekend trip to see some of my family. And when I was talking to one of my family members, she mentioned someone in her life who, every time she tries to engage her in like real conversation and asks her a question, the other woman gives her one word answers. And so, the conversation can't really develop. It doesn't really, navigate into anything really interesting or satisfying. And so she doesn't feel like she really knows that person. And then another family member of mine recently has been working on sifting through the remaining material belongings of another family member. And so my great aunt and uncle have both died in the last 2 years, and some members of my family are in charge of, going through all of their estate and taking care of everything. And what my mom actually revealed to me is that she feels like she's gotten to know my great aunt better and more by going through her belongings. Now, this doesn't mean that she's reading personal diaries or anything like that's not what she meant, but she found, just some different kinds of, there were a lot of newspaper articles about ways that my aunt had helped out in her community. There were a lot of like bulletins in which my aunt had sang in church services or funerals or weddings or whatever throughout her lifetime. And then they had literally kept, it seemed, everything. So she learned more about my great aunt and uncle through, noticing what they did in their younger adult years and maybe even in some of their school years and things like that. And so anyway, both of these conversations made me think about, how are we connecting with one another in the world? And how are you connecting with other people? Are you really letting people know you? Really know you? And I don't mean, a tell-all, you got to give up all your secrets to really connect with people. That isn't it. But are there a lot of surface relationships in your life? Social media, as great as it is for some things, I think, unfortunately, one of the things about it sometimes is it can seem as if it's a real connection place for people, but yet there's sort of there's a veil that sort of keeps it from being true connection. At least the kind of connection I'm wanting to talk about today. And so you may feel like you're connected to more people in the world, and on a technical level you are, but the real intimacy, the emotional intimacy of connecting people with people often isn't found there. And that's why, as social media research shows, as social media behavior increases, the loneliness levels go down. The loneliness levels rise with the rise of social media interaction, which is, you would think it would be the opposite. But I think another thing that's happening is, and I've noticed this when I've been sitting in restaurants, for example, is that people are on their phones when they're sitting there with other people. And this isn't about judgment or anything, but I'm just saying that, you know, when you're sitting in a restaurant having a meal with someone or a drink or something, how about you be 100% present to that other person and just see how different it is for you versus checking your email or checking your social media or whatever it might be, and show real interest in other people. Show genuine interest in other people. It's okay to ask questions, or if they tell a story, to pick out one detail of the story and say, "Oh, tell me more about that." Or really, how did that actually evolve? Something that I've been doing more of recently that I'm finding great joy in is and this is social media too, it's a little different, but I've been on LinkedIn more than ever for my business. And I'm connecting with new people. And as quickly as we can, we take it off of LinkedIn and get on the phone or on Zoom and have a real conversation. Me asking them, what's your mission? What's your vision for your business? Here's mine. How can I support you for real? Do you want to collaborate? Do you want to be on my podcast? Or can I, serve you in some other way or whatever? And it's been so much fun. I have this whole new set of colleagues all over the country because we're taking time out to get on the phone or get on Zoom and have a real conversation. And so let's really connect with each other. I'd like to see the emotional intelligence of people rise around the world, and also the feeling of real connection. And real connection happens when we're willing to share ourselves and we show genuine interest in other people. So please see how you can make a difference in those ways this week. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Life Makeovers podcast. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, find out more about my coaching programs, or download my free ebook, The Midlife Makeover Method, The Secret to Loving Yourself Fully and Living on Your Terms, then head over to my website at www.cindydwhitmer.com and have a wonderful day.